I've often said the main thing you have to do is to, educate yourself by yourself. All the information's out there if you're guided towards it. Something will guide you towards it, or drive you. I call it driving you towards something. If it's so important, you'll be driven. And sometimes in a crazy way, in fact, until it'll take over your life as you're driven to find out the whys. And once you understand the whys, then you understand what's coming. When you understand what's coming, you don't panic. You don't panic. It's expected to happen. So don't let others manipulate you into the fear mode, which actually disables you. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who exploit you as well and sell you all kinds of things for the sky is falling scenarios, because they make an awful lot of money at it. There's a lot of people in this world, and we live in this materialistic system. They can be so easily exploited by the unscrupulous or even psychopathic types as well. Because the psychopath smells which way the wind is going for opportunities, and he'll be there. He'll be there when there's an opportunity for him to pirate everyone else's stuff too. And once he gets the mantras right, people will listen and then exploit you, you see. There's lots of groups out there doing that kind of thing too. And the same thing happens with the NGOs, only they're taught what they're doing. They know what they're doing at the top in the big think tanks. They know how to manipulate you, create the crisis, create the fear, or the impression, or the techniques of fear. And I call them techniques of fear. You don't need a crisis fear state to come upon you. And here's a little secret here too, for those who don't know. Many moons ago, the behaviorists got into studying fear. Fear itself is a method of total control for compliance amongst the public. And every country was involved. In fact, during the Cold War, all top scientists, by the way, shared everything to their so-called enemies. It was all nonsense. And they said, how can we create fear? For instance, here's an example. If you're faced with a tiger in the jungle, you're going to have sudden fear with all the responses that fear brings, you see. The fight or flight syndrome, the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in, all of that. You might empty your bladder, or even worse in some people, and then you vamoose as fast as you can, or you become frozen and you get eaten, you see. There's different responses of different people as to how they'll react to it. But they noted all the different sensations which come with the state of total fear, where you're faced with imminent death, for instance. And it was interesting from those who ran Russia. I always say those who ran it because a lot of them didn't come from Russia. But the fact is, those who ran Russia, they did a lot of experiments which they couldn't, well, at least they couldn't openly so much do in the West, because when you're killing your subjects like humans, it's not too popular. And again, you may get that outrage thing that goes nowhere. But you find that they found that they could simulate the symptoms, which generally come secondarily to the actual instigator, the motive, the object that terrifies you. You get all these symptoms kick in, where your pupils will dilate, more light comes in for fight and flight, so blood pressure changes, your heart goes up, adrenaline gets shot in. So if they could make these things happen through other techniques, even electronically, then you would go into the same state of fear as though you were facing a tiger without a tiger being present. This is a well understood science. And I could yap on for an awful long time, days and weeks maybe, about all these studies that were done. However, it's used on you today. Through television, through computer, through, I'm certain, as Brzezinski was talking about this technique where they could literally go across a whole continent with electromagnetic waves, etc. HARP technologies, you might call them, Wi-Fi's included in that, and create these same side effects, which would make the whole nation anxious or very depressed, or even make you so relaxed when you shouldn't be relaxed, perhaps, and manipulate the public. These are warfare techniques, And we live in an age of advanced science. Even during the Cold War, the front guys would tell you those who win this war will be the leaders in very advanced sciences. Well, it hasn't stopped, folk. And all those experiments that they used during the Cold War, they made during this, they're all being used on you today. You see? From the simple techniques of just hype, I could hit you with 1,000 stories a day until you're quivering under your kitchen table in total breakdown and panic. But I don't, because that disables you. That's a warfare technique. I keep saying it over and over, the average person, well, even a person who's got more stamina could perhaps handle two major crises at one time, maybe a third, a little bit, without cracking, as long as they're not prolonged. But more than that, you crack up. So if I were to tell you worry about this today, just for today's news, you're going to go into a panic mode, fear mode. You'll sound like a loony to your friends. You'll look like a loony to your friends, and you get nothing done. In fact, you won't even get your basic, essential daily living done. You'll start to fall and break down. So don't go there. It's a weaponized system.